All good things must come to an end. And this is the end, my friend. So, sexy ass Hazel E from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 2 quit the damn show. Yes. One of my favorite cast members out of all of the different Love and Hip Hop franchises, New York, Atlanta, Hollywood. She was one of my all-time favorites. And she just up and left the show. Let me explain. So she posted these messages on Twitter. She said, and I quote, "I just quit Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. I'm sorry to everyone who came out, but I'm not #desperate for anything. When you feel like you're overqualified and not being respected as you should be, it's time to go. My man told me, baby, you're #priceless. Cat's me out." Of course, she's referring to her boyfriend, Cat Williams. And then she went on to say, "I'm a positive person." And that was starting to change. "I won't lose my soul to this game. God would be disappointed in me. I only answer to him. And only people that don't know me or my real resume would think I'm a fool for quitting a freak show. If I can dream, I can accomplish it. #facts. Don't make anyone or anything turn you into something you're not. I'll explain when I'm ready. You know the gag order coming." Also, she posted this sexy image on Instagram where she said, and I quote, "But what are we really saying? There can only be one truth to the story. At least today, I decided I didn't want to be in the circus anymore and retired my clown wig." End quote. Whoa. That's crazy. Now, here's the thing. I respect and understand her decision, because she's sweet and humble. She's a very intelligent woman. She owns, if I'm not mistaken, more than one business. She has all these different endorsement deals or whatever. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure she's endorsing multiple products right now. Anyway, the point is, she's too good for that filth. We watch these shows because they're entertaining and whatnot, but a lot of that stuff that they put on these shows is just so, I guess I could say life-changing in a bad way, for some people. And the last thing somebody wants to hear is that they lost out on money or an opportunity in general because it's like, hey, aren't you so-and-so from such and such show? People frown upon those shows, just like people frown upon me, for example, for watching them and talking about them on these videos. They're like, oh, you watch that stuff? So I could just imagine how bad it would be for somebody who's actually on the show. There's probably a lot of people who won't deal with her just off the strength that she's one of the stars on a show with a bad reputation. They're like, oh, all they do is fight on there, or all they do is this, that, and the third. Not really realizing that a lot of these people have careers outside of the show. And as a matter of fact, for the most part, almost everybody had a career outside of the show before they came on the show. It's not like they had nothing going on, then they went on the show, and then they started a career off of that. For the most part, you have to have a career in order to get on the show in the first place, and then you use that platform to do other things. But sometimes it could work really sometimes it could really work against you. You will think that you're going to get these endorsements and different things like that, and you basically get screwed over because there's a such thing as that bad edit. They can make you look like a fool if they want to. They can make you look like you're a liar, like you're crazy, like you're a psychopath, or even a sociopath due to clever editing, I guess you could call it, or creative editing, where they make you look one way when reality is a complete other way. But that's the way it is when you deal with these people on these reality TV shows and whatnot, rather these companies that make them. And well, technically, yeah, the people that are on the show too, they'll put you in a position where you're basically set up where you're there at this restaurant, this club, or whatever. Your worst enemy walks in the door. You have no idea that they're coming. They fuck with you. They try to antagonize you and whatnot. Next thing you know, after them poking you, after them freaking hitting the hornet's nest with a stick, you get pissed off. You react. They say, ooh, that's the reaction we wanted. They put that shit on the commercial. They put it in the cliffhanger for the next episode. And they edit around it. What happened before, what happened after, and even sometimes what happened in between. And you're left looking at that person who was the victim like they were the aggressor when they were just defending themselves. So yeah, I totally get it. It's a fucked up game, and that's really what it is. That's the right word for it. It's really just a game. And if she doesn't want to get played, I totally understand. All I know is I'm following her on Twitter, so I'm going to stay tuned to whatever she's doing, because whatever Hazel E does, I support, and not just because she's sexy, but because she's a nice person. Anyways, I'm a Hazel E fan, so of course I'm on her side, right? Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels and visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com for more.